Hello and welcome to Solomon's Temple. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you are. It's a great day here in Johannesburg. Very hot and humid, I must say. This part of the city where I'm at is quite hot and humid. But I really want to thank you so much for joining me, regularly joining me for a lot of you guys. I appreciate you, and I hope that you are keeping well this year 2021. There's a lot that's been going on around the COVID-19 pandemic. And I would really appreciate if you guys, take care of yourself and observe all that needs to be observed. Take care of everything that needs to be taken care of, because that is very, very important. And it's also important for us to make sure, at the beginning of the year, we always start with God. We put God before us and we put him by our side. We make commitment, we make devotions to him, and we make sure that all our plans for the year and beyond, is all tied to who God is. And that is very, very important. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. People are beginning to give me a shout out here. Thank you for joining, Nandi. Ruvimbo from the UK is here. We have Tiffany also. Ruvimbo said, my best from Solomon, I'm here. Thank you, Ruvimbo. Thanks, Nandi Lay. Uncle Soul is here. Yes, Nandi Pa. Thank you. Molweni, Injani, Sister Mandlamini. Tola is also here. I wish it was warm. Where are you? Are you somewhere where it's winter, I guess? Helena from Namibia, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. It's freezing cold, you said. Yeah. Thank you from Switzerland. Thank you so much. From Lusaka Mwape, obviously, your name, very Lusakan. Zungu Mpumi. Thank you. He's beginning to comment already around his experience with Ghanaian pastors. And K2 from Pretoria, regular viewer. She's always here. And then we have Pelenge, yeah, my friend. Olu Agbeni, Germany. Yeah, I know where you are. Jessica. Yeah, Jessica. Yes, Jessica. Should I say former Mrs. Gauteng? The beautiful Jessica. Yeah, say hello to your husband. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I was actually with my guest just now from Ghana, but I could see she just, she just went off. So I'm just waiting for her to re-log in just so we can start our conversation. And this is this conversation tonight that we're going to be having, it came about from just interactions and also interview that I had last week with Lesego, who was married to a Congolese guy who claimed to be a doctor and who obviously wasn't a doctor. And then she now obviously decided to go back home in go back home in Ghana, in Congo, without telling her that he was going to get married to a very popular Congolese artist and also pastor. And obviously she is in the money. And then we saw a situation where, it was really sad for her. He left her with a 6-year-old, which is really sad. And it's something that, when you come to think about it, this happens quite a lot. After that interview, I'd received quite a few stories, women writing me and telling me about their experiences. So what I thought is just to share some of these experiences, and let the women share some of these experiences, just so we know. It's not just about, African pastors with South African women. There's also another story that hopefully I'm going to bring it next week. The lady is actually Congolese and the man is South African. You know, though it wasn't the dynamics of being a pastor and somebody who's not, but it was just more like the dynamics of somebody who theirs is even more complicated because they're just from totally two different faiths. You know, she's Muslim and she's Christian. You know, so in the first place, for me, the foundation wasn't just right. You know, I'm not an advocate of interfaith marriages. There's a lot of complications to it. Yeah, you might meet other people from other faith that are really nice and all that. I see my guest is trying to come in. I think she's not doing something right again. So let me just try to call her. I'm not sure. I can see her in. Maybe she needs to log out and log in again. You need to log out and log in again. Okay, let me just kick her out of the studio just so she can log in again. So, yeah. And it's really sad because a lot of times we get quite a lot of, you know, pastors, and it's normally a lot of practice, not just around the church community, but even outside of the church community. We see quite a lot of that where people come in, pastors have families back in Nigeria already, married, maybe with kids, or back in Ghana or back in Kenya, and then they come to South Africa, obviously saying God has sent them to South Africa to plant a church or to do ministry. So they leave their family behind because obviously it's very expensive to bring your whole family down here. First, you have to, the visas are expensive, and then you have to think about flight tickets, and then if you have kids, you have to think about, okay, you come here, where you guys gonna stay? Do you have enough money to pay for where you're gonna stay for at least for a year before you guys settle down and you know, and begin to get some sort of income coming? Where your kids gonna go to school and a whole lot of stuff. So they leave their families behind and then they come here. You know, now I don't care how spiritual you are. When you're here, as long as you're a man, especially, even women, there's going to be a lot of temptations. You might come into South Africa not with the what do you call it? Not with the intention of getting married to anybody, not the intention of sleeping with women, deceiving women. But then you found yourself in a situation that is very awkward because you cannot take care of yourself, and then obviously a woman is trying to take care of you. So now you fell in love with her, or for you to take care of yourself, you now want to depend on a woman, go into a relationship with another woman who obviously has a job, she's South African, but then you are not straightforward. You never told her that you were married back in your home country where you come from. You know, so that in itself is just a lie. You know, that in itself is just a lie, and there's quite a lot of that. So tonight we're going to be talking to you know, Mrs. Juliana Tate. She's from Accra, Ghana. Juliana is someone who she got married to her husband in 1986. So obviously she's not as young as we are, and they have 5 children. And her husband left in 2016, saying that, you know, he felt to come do ministry. He come to visit. I'm gonna bring you in now. Don't worry, Juliana. I'm gonna bring you in now. Stay there. And he came to visit South Africa. And then he now left and he went back home. He came to visit a friend and he left after I think about after some time left. And then he said, look, God said to come to South Africa and do ministry. So he left in, I think, November of 2016, if I remember that very well. Now they have 5 kids, 3 boys and 2 girls. Now, the last time he supported the family, that was the last time he supported the family, you know. And then after a while, he started just disconnecting from her. And before you know it, he was married to a woman from South Africa. But I will let her tell her story, you know. I'll let her tell her story because I'm not the custodian of this story. But let's listen to the story extremely carefully, and really ask God for a lot of stuff, because a lot of it is around marriage and the values of marriage, and also the values of being human beings. What should we do? The book of Proverbs chapter 5 verse 15 says, "Be faithful to your own wife and give your love to her alone." This is the book of Proverbs. Be faithful to your own wife and give your love to her alone. But in this case, you know, of Lawrence, that's her husband's name, Lawrence Kwak. It was totally a different ball game. So for Juliana, it was definitely a painful experience, and she reached out. So I want to share her story with us, and if there's any way that we can help her, because this is what it's all about here. When we see people in pain, we look for ways to help. Look for ways to help. So help me welcome Juliana right here. Thank you so much for joining me, Juliana.
Thank you too.
I was just giving a summary a little bit about your story and your experiences. What a pain, and also what an experience that is forbidden. You know, I think for me, it's an experience that is forbidden for any woman, for any wife, for any family, especially a family of 7, 5 children that is there, to be discarded by the head of the home, by the husband who is supposed to lead, and totally ignoring you guys. But let's start from the top. You guys have been married for how long now, and how was your early days of getting married like?
We have been married for 36 years now. Yeah.
How was the
So,
experience? How did you meet, and how was the early stage of your marriage? Just take us through some of your experiences.
well, I think we live in the same area. So we met as usual. Just met one day. Then we became friends from there, continue to see each other. Then he came to see my parents to ask my hand in marriage. His father sent people to come to my parents.
Yeah, it seems like we're having she just froze, having a bit of a problem there. Okay, she just froze. She's gonna log in. So we're just starting. So I'm sorry about that. Just to get to hear her story again as we wait for her to log in, and I must say, it's you know, when I heard her story, it was really painful for me, because they, as you can see, they've been married for 36 years. So a lot of you guys are not even 30 yet, you know. So it's like they are older than us, and you would expect, you know, older people to having been married for that long, you would expect them to behave differently. But you know, I think that's not the case for a lot of marriages. You know, if you open yourself up for any sort of temptation, any sort of choices that is not godly, that is going to happen to you. She's back with us, Juliana. Sorry, we lost you there. Yeah.
Yes.
So you started a family together.
Yes, sir. We started a family together. I had my first son in 1986. Then I had my second born in 1990. So it continues. We are there like that. He's not all that rich. He's a pastor and a teacher. So we manage and then we live together, doing everything together, taking care of the children. We traveled to different regions to do his pastoral work. So finally, 15 years ago, we came back from the northern region back to Accra. And then we're staying in his father's estate together with the father and the mother. After a year, when we came back, the parents both died together, I think 13 years ago. So we were in the house, things were not going well. The family, every time problem with the family, the sisters, and up and down. So he decided to travel outside to South Africa. That was 2014, early 2014. He came to South Africa to a friend. He spent 3 months there. So he came back. So when he came back, he told me, his friend also is a pastor in South Africa, Pretoria.
Okay.
Somewhere. So he told me that, he wants to join his friend to do the pastoral work. He wants to start his own church. And I said, as a pastor, there's nothing wrong with going to do your own church, starting God's work anywhere at all. You can go and do your work. So I agreed with him to go and start his own church in South Africa. So before he left,
let's backtrack a little bit, because I want the people watching to understand. I mean, you guys were staying with his father, right? You stayed with the father for quite a bit. When after traveling around the country doing ministry,
we came back.
14 years, you came back. And I want people to understand that in African culture, especially West African culture, that is normal.
Yeah.
That you go and stay with family, in between transitions. So I wanted people to understand that. Yeah. So professionally, he's a teacher, and also ministerially, he's a pastor, but he did quite a lot of, pastoral work. And you, what do you do, Juliana?
I'm a seamstress. I sew.
You're a seamstress.
And then I sell anything that I get, small businesses. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now you're saying before he left to South Africa.
Yes. In 2014. Early 2014, he went to visit the friend, spent 3 months and came back. And then he decided to go back and do full-time pastoral work in South Africa. So in November 2014, he went back to South Africa to start his ministry. And then he wrote his mission to South Africa, handwriting note. He left with me what he's going to do about his ministry. The blind will see, the lame will walk, the deaf will hear, blah, 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 blah. He wrote all and then gave it to me. This is what he's going to do. So we all prayed together. And then when he was going, I went with him to the airport to see him off. And then he left. So when he went, we were talking about the children. He said, if things goes well with him, he will find a place for us so that we leave the family house. Then I'll go and stay with the children in another place because he doesn't have his own house. So that is why we are there. So after he left, I think 3 months after he left, he called me. He said things are not going well with him. So he wants to come back. I said, why are you coming back? You spend all this money to go there to start work. Why are you coming back? He said, he doesn't have money. He doesn't have anything. So I have to send him money. He sent a friend's bank account to me. Some number and something. So I sent him $300 to keep him there until he gets something to do. So he was there, and then by God's grace, he got a job at a certain school. I have forgotten the name of the school. So he was working at the school, and then at the end of every month, he was sending, I think, $50. That was not enough, but because I'm also working, I was supporting him all the time. I was supporting him, so we managed with that. That was in 2015.
Now, before you continue, I want you to confirm this is your husband. This is who we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
this is
that's my husband.
it's a Lawrence Kwao.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Kwao?
Kwao. Yeah.
So this is Mr. Lawrence Kwao, who
Yes.
is her husband for 36 years. And you can see, as you can see him, he's in his regalia, obviously, just so we can put some sort of a picture to what we're talking about and who we're talking about. And what I'm going to do later is I have both their phone numbers. I have his phone number. I'm going to try to call him so we can have a conversation with him also, because this story is so deep. What Juliana did, what she's going to talk about later, is how she approached the South African embassy in Ghana. How even when she came here to visit at one point, she approached the Ghana embassy here in South Africa, and they tried to mediate. And also, I want you to confirm this. This is you and two of your daughters, right?
Two of my daughters, yeah.
Okay. I can see this. The clothes that you're wearing, did you make that?
Yes, sir. I made all.
Okay, and that's what you do professionally as a business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's beautiful. All right. Okay, continue with your story.
So in somewhere 2015, early 2016, actually when he went every morning, he sent me morning devotion on WhatsApp. So I and the children, we pray together with that morning devotion. But early 2016, I saw that his DP, there is a woman's photograph on the DP. So he was sending me, anytime he sent the message to me, when I opened the message, I'll see this head of this picture rolling. Then the thing would stand. So I asked him, who is this woman on your DP? And then he told me on WhatsApp DP. And then he said that's his friend. Later on, he told me he wants to marry this woman. And I said, why are you going to marry this woman? What for? And then he said, this woman is going to help him to get his papers. It's not a real marriage, but some contract marriage, something. So I said, stop, because it will not help you. This is not good. Let's continue to pray and see what God will do for you. Before, I was saying that he went to the seminary. So he was then in the seminary when he sent me that message that he wants to marry. I said, how can you do that? You cannot do that, because we're going to read everything.
He was supposed to be in the seminary, and then he's telling you that he's going to marry another woman because he wants to get his paper sorted and to help him settle down and all that. Which for you was wrong.
Yes.
Not morally wrong, because that is a lie. That is fraudulent. Yeah. That is a crime. And secondly, for you as a Christian, it's not right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he told me that I should make my death certificate and send it to him, because this woman wants to support my last two children. I said, no. So long as I live, I will not do such a thing. I will not do my death certificate for
you
this
are
woman.
Alive, and he wants you to go and make a death certificate.
For this woman to adopt my children, and then the children will come to South Africa Then she will put them in school, educate them, give them good education. So I should do that. And I refused. I'm not going to do it. So he got angry. He stopped talking to me. He blocked my lines. He was not talking to me. He was not talking to me since then. So later on, my friends were telling me, for some months passed by, my friends were calling me, hey, Juliana, have you seen your husband? I said no, because I was not on Facebook. So I said, no, I have not seen anything. They started sending me pictures. Said, go and see. So I called my younger son. I said, open this thing for me, the Facebook. I want to see what is going on there. So my son opened the Facebook account for me, and I started watching the pictures. So I asked him question on Facebook that who is this woman you are calling your wife on Facebook? Then he got angry, and then he blocked my Facebook account. Then he called me and said, why am I asking her questions on Facebook? I said, that is where I saw you. And that is why I am asking you questions on Facebook. He blocked me again. He blocked my WhatsApp. He blocked my line. He blocked my Facebook. He was not talking to me. So I opened a different Facebook account, and I was going through their pictures, their accounts, their things. So initially what I did was I tapped some friends of his into my account. And then I tapped some friends of the woman also into my account. So the first person who responded, accepted my friendship. He is a Ghanaian. I went through his account, and then I saw my husband's wedding pictures.
Now, these are the pictures you saw there. This is your husband with his South African bride.
Yes. Yes.
This is their white wedding. This is them before the pastor. I wonder how you can come before a pastor knowing that you have a wife back home and getting married to another woman in church. And this is their traditional wedding. So obviously it looks like she's either from Vanda or she's Swana. Her name is Dora. This is them together also. And this is them having a good time. You can see there's a glass of wine, maybe, or glass of drink. So we are talking about these pictures, you now seeing it, and people brought you were not on Facebook, but you had to go into Facebook and try to communicate with him. And when you got into Facebook, it was just the evidences were just so blatant for you to to take in. And now when you saw the wedding photos, how was it like for you?
I was embarrassed. I was crying because he never mentioned anything of that sort to me, that he's getting married. So in fact, I wept for some time. I wept. And he has blocked all my lines, so I couldn't talk to him. So some of the friends that I got on Facebook from his account, some of them were members of that church. So the first person that accepted my friend request was a Ghanaian. So I asked this man, how did you know these people? He said, we all go to church together. I said, okay. So I found another friend who is a church member, and I spoke with this man. I have forgotten his name. I spoke with him. And then I sent the wedding pictures, some of the wedding pictures to this man. I said, do you know these people? Because I saw that he is also a member of that church where my husband got married. That man is a member of that church. So I sent the pictures to him, and I said, do you know these people? And he said, yes, I was there at the wedding. They are in our church. So I asked him, is the man also in your church? He said, no, it is a woman who is a church member, but my husband comes there on visits and go. He's not a full member. I told him, that man is my husband. We are still married. He said, you don't mean it. Is that true? I said, yes, we are still married. He told me he's going to South Africa to start his own church. All of a sudden, within 2 years, this is what I've found on Facebook. So he said, no. He will tell the pastor. So this man reported the case to the pastor. Can I mention the pastor's name?
Yes, go ahead.
The pastor is Jonas Masota. I learned he's also a musician. I had a church, Word Community Center Church something, WCCC. So he reported the case to the pastor. Immediately, the pastor gave his WhatsApp number to me that I should send him a message. So I sent a message to the pastor, and then the first picture that where they were exchanging the vows, that was the picture I sent to the pastor on WhatsApp. I said, Pastor, please, do you know these people? He said, yes, I officiated the wedding. So I told him that man is my husband. We are still married with 5 children. And then he said, the man said he has divorced you. And then he has some documents showing that he has divorced you. And I said, that is never true. I was the person, I personally took him to the airport when he was coming to South Africa. And there was nothing with happening between us. We have stayed over 30 years. There has never been a fight, nothing of that sort.
Yes. I was going to ask you, was there been a separation when you guys threw out your marriage? Was there been maybe a threat to divorce? You had to bring in family because you had problems, family to settle you, or your pastor to settle you down to deal with the issues? You didn't have, so you never had any major problems in the over 30 years of marriage?
It has never happened. It has never. So everybody loves us. Everywhere we go, we go to church together. We do everything together. We do everything together. There has never been a fight. Anyway, there some small misunderstanding. Oh, this I don't this and this. That one there is everywhere. But to fight or call people to come and sit and settle issue, it has never happened. For the past 30 years that we live together with our children, it has never happened. So I told the pastor, it's not true. So the pastor asked me to send some of my children's pictures. So I sent my children's pictures to him. And then he told me he will call him for meeting. So I think when I spoke with the pastor, that was Monday. The following Sunday, he invited Lawrence and the woman, Dora, Bumvana, or whatever, to a meeting. So during the meeting, the pastor made a conference call. He called me during the meeting and he said, Madam, this is your husband. We are at the meeting. What do you have to ask your husband? So I asked him, Lawrence, you told these people you have divorced me. What happened? When? Where? And how? How did it happen? Then he said, you abandoned me. And I said, how did I abandon you? How? You traveled and left me with the kids. So how come? And then I told him before the panel that when you went to South Africa, I think 3 months, you called me that you are coming, you don't have money, blah, blah, blah. And I sent you $300. Is that what you call abandon? Then he asked me if I want compensation. I said, no, I don't want any compensation. I want you. You are my husband and I want you. I don't need any compensation. So I asked him again, okay, what happened? Since you got married to this woman, since 2016, then I think when I was talking to him was 2018 there. I said, what happened?
Yes.
You stopped taking care of the children. So why? That was in April 2018. So I said, I asked him before the panel, I said, what happened? You stopped taking care of the children. If you have found yourself a new woman and you don't want me again, what about the children? Then he responded and said, when I was working, I was sending money. So now I'm not working. I said, so if you are not working, who do you want to take care of the children? Because when you left, the children were in junior high school. So who do you want to take care of the children? And then the pastor came in and said, Madam, we'll meet with him. When we finish, we'll give you the feedback. So after they have finished the meeting, the pastor sent me a message that he have asked him to come down and settle whatever issue he has with me. So he said he's coming in May. When May was about to end.
But before you continue, this is I just wanted to show people, this is your marriage certificate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your marriage certificate when you guys got married, and this is your other son with his sister.
Yeah, my last two children.
Okay. All right. Continue. When he came, so he decided to come. Before you even get there, you said he got married, and when he got married, he said he's divorced from you, and he had proofs that he was divorced. How did that come about? So he had documentation that you guys were divorced, but you guys were not divorced. How did he get that?
Yes. So I told the pastor that paper he's holding, that documents are false. It's fake, because I don't know anything about it. And
so you never went to court. You never signed anything. You were never told that you were getting divorced or anything. But then he has a document.
No.
Okay.
So he said he's coming in May. So May ending, that was 25th or something, 2018 May. I asked him, when are you coming? I want to come and meet you at the airport. And then he sent me a message. I have it here right now, that my lawyers will talk to you. I have only one wife, and she is with me here in South Africa, taking care of me. I strongly recommend you visit a psychiatrist, since your behavior is not strange to me.
Yes, I have that here. He said, my lawyers will talk to you. I have only one wife, and she is with me here in South Africa, taking care of me. I strongly recommend you visit a psychiatrist, since your behavior is not strange. And then later on, there was also part of this. This is obviously, we can see 26th of May, 2018. You can see the date there.
Yes.
And then he also said, and since you have sworn to make my life a hell, I'm blocking you. I take my advice for the sake of the children.
All right. Yes.
Now
because I spoke with the pastor, and then there was a meeting. He said, I want to make his life a hell.
Okay.
So he blocked me. Already he has blocked me. So after he blocked me again, I used a different phone to send him message, and then he blocked that one. I used another, he blocked. Any phone that I used to send him a message, he will block that phone. So later on, he told me he's coming in June or something, which he didn't come. So we were there. I was there after that incident. I was there. He was not talking to me. I was there. And then he sent me a message. Before then, before 2018, that was 2016, when he got married to this woman and posted the pictures. This is my new wife. This is my beautiful wife, the wedding pictures and things. His siblings took me to court that I should leave their father's house. Okay. And then I called him
So because you were still saying with the when he left, you were all staying as a family,
In
not
the
just you. Even his siblings were staying there. So it was like one
they
big
were the
family.
siblings. The siblings were not in the house. It was only one
Okay,
of them, a lady
who
who
was
was staying in the house. They were
okay,
outside. Yeah. But
okay.
when they saw that pictures and things, they took me to court. They summoned me to court that I should leave
And
their father's house.
this is actually the court paper here. Uh
Yeah.
you're taking you to
They
court and
summoned me
kicking you
to
out of
court.
the house. So they kicking you with the children out of the house, or just you alone?
Yes. 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 So we
So
spent
because
nine
he's
months.
married now, because he's married to another woman, and you don't know the conversation between him and his siblings, because
No,
obviously they've been talking.
no, I don't know anything
So they
about
took you
because
to court to throw you
yeah,
out of the house. Your
yes,
husband has not been taking care of you. You have 5
yeah,
kids who you
yeah,
have to send to school. So they now kicked you out of the house. They went to
yes,
court straight to do that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we were in court for 9 months, and then the judge asked me to leave the house because their father has a will, and they cannot go against the will that their father have written. So I have to leave the house. So I left the house with the children. I don't have money.
The judge didn't tell you to leave the house because you're not married to their brother.
No, he said
Okay.
their father
It's
have
because the
made a will.
property belongs to the father and he left a will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I should leave the house. He gave me time to leave. That was 6 April 2016 to leave the house. I have nowhere to go. I don't have money to rent a place. So I came to my grandfather's house. That's another family house. My mother's father's house. So I left, and then with the children, we came to my grandfather's house. So when he said he's coming in May, June, July, he didn't come. I think I was there somewhere in June, early June. My eldest son got sick. He was admitted and I was about to go for surgery. And I'm alone with these children and I was scared. I don't know what to do. So I used another person's phone to send him a message. And I sent the pictures of my son to him to see that really the boy is sick. He didn't respond to me. So he called my second son and asked him, "What is wrong with your brother?" And then he told him how the sickness is and everything. And I think after the sickness, just within 2 weeks, I was there when he sent me a message. He greeted me, I responded, and then he was asking me how we are doing, and I was shocked because he has never spoken with me for a very long time. So I was asking myself, what is happening? This man has changed. He was talking to me, I was responding. We chatted for I think about 15 minutes. Then he said he's going out or he's something. So we ended the conversation. The following day, he sent me a message that he wants to come home for spiritual reasons. I said, what spiritual reasons? He said, yeah, I want to come. I'm in a hurry. I want to come. I left my house. I left where I'm staying. I'm now in the seminary. I've gone back to the seminary for a quiet time, for prayers, for something. I said, what is going on? Now he said he's coming. He's coming home. I should help him to get the ticket. I said, I don't have money. Where am I going to get money to buy tickets for you? Then the woman that he's staying with, the woman sent me message on my Facebook account. Juliana, I want to talk to you. Juliana, can you please talk to me? I want to talk to you in private. The first thing she did was she commented on my picture I posted on Facebook, the woman. Then the next thing,
Is
she
this the
sent me
picture she
another
sent you?
message. Yeah,
Is this
hi
the message she
Juliana.
sent you? Yes.
Yeah, he sent me 3-4 different messages. So I said, okay, give me your number. Then he sent this one and added her number, his WhatsApp number.
Yes.
So I sent a message to her. Hi, how may I help you? Then we started chatting. He said,
That's Dora now. Dora
yes, that's
Matlangu.
Dora.
Yes.
Dora
Yes. That's
Bomvana. Yeah.
Bumvana Matlangu,
So,
the one that his
yeah,
wife that he married in South Africa. Yes.
yes. So I asked her, how may I help you? Then she said, I want your husband to come back to his children. I said, wow, what happened? He said, I saw you chatting with your husband and you are making plans against me. I said, what plans? He said, because of that, I have sacked your husband. So I said, where is my husband now? He said, he's out of my house. I sack him. I want him to come to you. So buy ticket for him to come to his children. Then I asked her, after you have married this man for all this while, you can't buy a ticket for him when he said he's coming home. You want me to buy. So you know that Lawrence has a wife and children. You know that now Lawrence have wife and children and you want him to come back to his family. Okay, if you have said so. Meanwhile, Lawrence is also sending me messages upon messages, calling me, Juliana, I want to help me, try. So he asked me to go and see one of his friends. I went there. The friend just gave me something small. And then he was putting pressure on me. I didn't know that they have fought. He was putting pressure on me. My son told me, Mommy, let him be. Forget about him. Let him stay there. When he married this woman, he was sending, nonsense to us. So let him be. Forget about him. But the way Lawrence was crying, I couldn't bear it. I managed to get him. I borrowed some money and then I bought a ticket for him. He sent me his passport front page,
Yes.
which I used to buy the tickets for him. And then when he got the tickets, he told me I shouldn't come to the airport to meet him. That his cousin is coming to meet him at the airport. I said, when you were looking for the ticket, did you call your cousin to buy you the ticket? He said, I called him and he said he doesn't have money. So I asked him, so when I bought the ticket for you, did you tell your brother, your cousin, that Juliana have bought the ticket for me? He said, no, because he said, oh, I know you are not in speaking terms with my cousin. That's why I didn't tell him it was you who bought the ticket for you. So I asked him, so who did you tell your cousin bought the ticket for you? Then he mentioned someone's name.
So
said,
the
okay,
ticket that you bought, the ticket that you bought, was it a one-way or a return ticket?
It's one way.
Okay.
It's one way, yeah.
Okay.
So I told him I'm not coming to the airport. But then I went to the airport.
He didn't want you to come to the airport.
Yes, but I went because my friends were telling me, Juliana, maybe he is coming with the woman and he doesn't want you to know. So go and verify. Go there and see. So I went there with my youngest daughter. We went to the airport and then we were there before the plane landed. So I saw him. I went to his direction where he was coming with my daughter. So we met the two of them, the cousin and him, and then the cousin's daughter. We met at the airport. And then he was standing, and I said, give me a hug. So he hugged me. And then I welcomed him, and then blah, blah, blah. We moved to the cousin's car, ready to take him along. So I took picture with him. I said, please let me take picture with you. So I took picture with him at the airport before they left. And then my daughter and I also left. They went to a different place, and I'm also at a different place. It's quite a long distance where they went.
So he didn't
So he
come
was there.
he didn't come to stay with his family, which is you and the children.
No. He went straight with the cousin to where they are going to stay. He never stepped a foot where my children and I are staying. So he was there. The following day, I greeted him. The next day, I greeted him. I said, hey, so if you get up, you will not even greet me to say thank you. He said, why am I supposed to greet you? Do you think I came for you? And I said, oh, wow. I didn't know about that. He said he came to divorce me. I said, I'm ready. So I will contact my lawyers so that we meet at court. Then you give me that divorce.
So you bought him a ticket for him to come and divorce you. He cried that he needed spiritual intervention and spiritual help.
Yeah.
And now you bought him a ticket. You borrowed money to put it together as a faithful and loving wife, which is what you did was the right thing. For a lot of people, they would think you are naive, you are foolish, you are being taken advantage of, but you are a wife, you know, and you married, you know what commitment is really all about. He can abuse it all that he wants, like he's been doing, but for you, you have to fight for your marriage. You know, and I understand that. You know, I totally understand that. And now he's to your face, he's telling you he didn't come for you, but he came to divorce you. So I paid for your flight ticket from Johannesburg to Accra, Ghana, for you to come and divorce me. You never told me you were coming to divorce me. If you had told me, I wouldn't have borrowed money. I wouldn't have put in money to buy you a ticket.
Yeah. So I told him to pay. I told him to pay me the ticket money since I borrowed the money to buy the ticket. And then he said he would pay the money. I think it's after 1 month. Then he sent part of the money through my son to be given to me. Then he called my head of family that he's coming to divorce me. So my head of family called me that this is what your husband is saying. I said, okay, I'm okay with that. So we met at my family house. He came together with the same cousin to my family house. So they asked him questions. They asked him why he didn't divorce me before getting to marry another woman, because I'm his wedded wife. Why he didn't divorce me first before getting married. And then he gave an excuse like because he was outside and blah, blah, blah. That is why it happens that way. So they said, so are you ready now to divorce? He said, yes. So they said, so they gave him a list to bring. And then they told him he should bring a family member from his mother's side, another one from his father's side. Then I will also bring a member from my mother's family and then my father's family, because it is 4 families which started this family, which started this marriage. So if you want to divorce, these 4 families has to meet again. So they gave him the list. They asked him to go and come back and divorce me. Then I went to the police women and juvenile unit something to tell them about my husband because of his behavior. I went and told them this man did this and this and this, and he came back and then he wants to divorce me. So the police officer that I met, when I told him he has gone to see the family, he told me we should see the family's issue first and see the outcome of the family issue. So we are there, we are waiting for him to come back. So before then, our church, the bishop and then the church council invited him for a meeting because he is a pastor in the church before he left. He has been a pastor in the church for almost 22 years before he left South Africa. So the pastors and the bishop and everybody is aware of what he was doing in South Africa, getting married to this woman and then posting pictures on Facebook and things. So we met at the church and then they asked him the same question the family asked him. Why didn't you divorce your wife before getting married to another woman? And then there is one high court judge among the church council members. I think I sent that picture also to him. He told him, do you know, Mr. Lawrence, do you know that what you have done is bigamy and you can go to jail not less than 5 years because you cannot marry someone here and go and marry another woman. So he was there, he was confused, he doesn't know what to say. Not knowing he's planning. So after the meeting, everybody left. I was at the church premises with a friend. We were sitting down together. And then he came and said, Juliana, I want to see you. I said, what do you want to see me for? He said, oh, just a minute. I said, no, I'm not coming. He said, please, I want to talk to you. So my friend was there. I told my friend, you are my witness. See this man. So I stood up and then went and met him. And then he gave me some documents. I said, what is this? I will not take it. He said, oh, this is nothing. This is just one of our marriage papers. So you just take it. I said, no, I will not take it. I told him to read the contents for me. He said, no, but Juliana, you can read. Just take it and read it. When I took it, I saw that it was divorce papers that he has prepared. And this is fake. So when I saw this, then I told him to get it back. I said, take it, boo. Take it. I don't want it. He said, no, he's not going to take it. Luckily, when we went outside, one of our pastors was standing there. And then he said, Juliana, give me the documents. So I gave it to the pastor. And then the pastor said, Juliana, calm down. I said, okay. So we went our different ways. I went home and then he also left. So the following Sunday, the bishop invited him again with the church council. We met again. So bishop asked him, why didn't you give these documents to Juliana when we were at the meeting? Because we were having it with you.
Yeah.
When we met, you were having these documents. Why didn't you give it to her in presence of all of us? Why didn't you give it to her? These documents that you have, we have found out, we have checked it, and then it's fake. So the bishop said, Juliana, this is beyond us. We cannot deal with this issue that your husband is bringing. So take the issue to court, take the matter to court. The bishop said he cannot say anything about it, so I should take the matter to court. So we all left again. And then I was there. I did not take the matter to court. I was there. So someone told me, Juliana, do you know your husband has left? That was 2018 when he came, when I bought the ticket for me. I think he came in July, somewhere in July. So someone said, Juliana, do you know that your husband is gone? I said, no, I don't know. He said, oh, I spoke with him sometime and he said he's going back. I said, I don't know. So I checked out and I found out that he left the country. So I went back to the police people. I told them, my husband has left. And they said, since he has left, we cannot do anything. So I was there waiting.
So he didn't get the divorce that he wanted. Obviously, he wanted him to look at the papers and sign. So and then he left.
So yeah. So I sent the documents to my lawyer. I showed it to the lawyer, and he said, which court did he go to? I said, I don't know. He left Accra and went to a different region to do these documents. And we all live in Accra. I am a typical Ghana woman from Accra. And he lived in Accra. We all got married in Accra. So I don't know why he went to a different region to do these documents. So my lawyer asked me, which judge? I said, I don't know. Did they serve you any notice to come to court? I said, no. Did you sign this document? I said, no. I did not sign any documents. He did it all alone. I don't know how he managed to get these fake documents. But then he left. So there was no way I could talk to him. He has blocked my line since he was here. He blocked me. And then he left last year, 14th January. Up to date, I have never heard anything from him. So I'm there struggling with these children. I'm just struggling, taking care of them.
Talking about struggling with the children. I would really want to encourage everyone watching now live and people that are going to watch later. This is my plea to you. Juliana has quite a lot of responsibility with her family, 5 kids, they need to go to school. And she was telling me about one of them that has problems, there's health problems, there's all that. So please, if any of you would want to help Juliana, please, I want you to reach out to her. This is her email address right there. And this is her phone number on WhatsApp. And that's her Facebook name. Please reach out to her so you can make any sort of arrangement if you want to help her. $10, 100 Rand will go a long way in helping her. This is one mother with 5 kids. The last time she spoke to the father of the kids, he doesn't send money, and obviously you've heard the story. So I don't even need to motivate you in case you have a willing heart to give, in case you have a willing heart to support, those are the kind of things that when it happens around us and we are aware of it, the first question we should ask ourselves is, how can I help? There's a long way to go for her. At least her kids are growing. Hopefully in the next 3-5 years, some of them would, they would have jobs or finish school, university and all that kind of stuff, and then it will be a little bit lighter for her. But please, if you want to help Juliana, please take this email address on the screen. Please send her a WhatsApp message, and you guys make an arrangement. On Facebook, you can send her a message and to try to make an arrangement. Please, I ask you to, I really plead and ask you to do that. I know easy way to go is PayPal. Some people are asking for PayPal, but as you can see, Juliana is not really tech savvy that level, so maybe when you get in touch with her, she could speak to her kids and they could make some sort of arrangement to create a PayPal. I'm sure your kids know all that. But Juliana, you try to reach out to the South African embassy or the High Commission in Accra, Ghana, to help you out.
And
what
then,
happened there?
Yeah. When I went there, they told me, because we got married here, and then the man is in South Africa, they cannot do anything for me.
He's in South Africa at the moment. He came back to South Africa, so he lives here. So maybe he is reconciled with his South African wife.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. So they said they cannot do anything for me. And I remember, I think 4 years ago, I was in Johannesburg for a conference. So after the conference, I went to Pretoria, to the Ghana High Commission. I went there, I met one lady there. So they called him, and then they told him, I'm in Ghana High Commission, Pretoria. They wanted him to come. They invited him to come. And then he said he cannot come because he is in Durban. He's in Durban, so he cannot come. And then my time was so short that I cannot stay for him to come back. So I left. And then I came back to Ghana.
How do your kids feel about that? What did you tell your kids? I know they're not kids that you can just
Yeah,
ignore them without giving them
yeah,
some sort of explanation.
yeah,
You know, they are in their 20s, so you have to
yeah.
give them some sort of explanation. You have to tell them what's going on. What did you tell them? How are they processing it? And how has that affected them?
It affected them a lot because my son, my last son, it affected him so much that he couldn't perform well in school. So his results was very bad. And I know it was the situation that we are going through that affected him. But my children actually don't want to talk about him. They don't want to talk about him. They just don't want to talk about him because they are not happy with the situation. They are not happy where we are staying now, in the house we are staying now, where we live now. A lot of problem, confusion, pressure. They have also served me letter to leave the house. My mom's brother's children. They said the house belonged to them. That is my grandfather's house. But they are claiming the house that it belongs to them. My children are not happy. They are not happy. Recently, my last daughter, she's going to level 200 now, the Legon University. She went and stayed with one of my friends for at least 3 months. He just came back because the school will be reopened in January. That was what we heard. So she came back and then they said level 200 people will start in April. So she's at home. And she is not happy where we are. She's not happy. She's just not happy in the house. And so that court case is also pending. They took me to court that I should leave the house. All our parents are dead. So we are all grandchildren, nieces and nephews. But they said I should leave the house because
So
the
there's an
house
urgent
belongs.
need. If you're watching, there's an urgent need for her to be able to actually get an accommodation with her and her kids, obviously. And again, if you can help, email Juliana, send her a WhatsApp message on the number on the screen. It's Ghanaian number +233-2468-65861. Or you can check her out on Facebook, Juliana Tete. You can send her a message and say, okay, how can we make arrangement? There's a way that you can make an arrangement, for her, for you to be able to help. And it's so painful to hear your story. And currently you guys are not divorced, right? The status of your
Yes.
marriage now, you're not divorced.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
no any legal endorsement of
No.
any sort of divorce between the two of you.
Yeah.
And since he left Ghana over a year or two now, he hasn't contacted you guys. He hasn't reached out to you. Does he call the
The
kids
last,
sometimes?
the last time, I think about 2 months ago, my elder son told me his father has sent him a message that he's engaged with another woman, that he's going to marry another woman. And then that
Yeah.
woman is a pastor or something. So my son said he just gave him to go ahead because nobody can stop him. Then my eldest daughter also told me he sent the same message to her that he is getting married to another woman. I said, okay. Because nobody can go to where he is, and we don't even know where he is at the moment.
Yes.
We don't know what he's doing. We don't know where. We don't know anything about him. So there's nothing anybody can do. So that was the last time I heard a message from him, from my children, but he didn't tell me anything. He has not
So
spoken with
obviously, him and this woman have separated, or they were not married before, so I wouldn't say they are divorced.
I
Him and
don't
this woman,
know.
they've gone
I
their
don't
separate ways, maybe.
I don't know.
Mm.
And the way they plan to dupe me to buy the ticket for him, because the woman was calling me, Juliana, please, I want to talk to you. Juliana, help your husband to come back to his children and things. And then when the man got here, he said he didn't come here because of me. And then they started chatting. He even told the very day he came, the next day, he sent a message to the woman and told the woman that I borrowed money to buy the ticket for him.
Mm.
So the woman sent me a message. You said you bought tickets for your husband. Do you have money to buy tickets? You borrower. Do you have money to buy ticket? And I said, yes. I borrowed the money to buy the ticket. But when I went there to buy the ticket, they have written on the money, borrowed. So they rejected the money. So the woman started insulting me. And then he started communicating with the woman. He was talking to the woman. They were chatting. They were talking when he was here. So I'm not sure whether they have separated.
Okay.
I'm not sure. And I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Juliana, I want to thank you for reaching out to me and sharing your story. Your story is not just going to expose the kind of evil and what some men do, some men of God do, but this is going to go a long way in trying to educate and inform other people, other women, and try to really bring a lot of insight and wisdom to people. Thank you for being a faithful wife, which you are. Through your story, that's where I hear of a woman who is very faithful, who wants a husband, who wants to fight for a marriage. Thank you for being a woman who cares about her children, and try to provide for her children in the absence of the father. Thank you for being a woman who stood by her husband, even though he has committed so many atrocities. But you were still ready to give him a second chance and another second chance and another second chance, because that is how God deals with us also. He doesn't give up on us, And I pray that God will just continue to sustain you and would be there to encourage you and to help, you raise your kids, and I hope that, people watching, please, if there's a way that you can support Juliana, please make sure you do that here on the screen. Here are the details and everything on the screen. And I actually thought I was going to call your husband. I have his number, so let's try to see if I can get across to him.
Yeah.
I was almost gonna forget that. Someone just reminded me. Let's try to see if I can get across to him to hear what he has to say, if he is even ready to speak to us. Cannot get that. Let me try this. Let me try to call. This is I'm trying to call Dora now, his wife.
Hello.
Hello, Dora. Good evening. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Dora. Good evening. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, and you?
Good. My name is Solomon. I'm looking for Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence.
Lawrence who?
Lawrence Kwao Akoli.
Oh, I don't know. Who is Lawrence? Is in connection with what?
I'm just trying to speak to him about a certain issue. So I got his number. I got your number. They said you guys you are his wife, so that's why I'm calling you. I couldn't get across to him.
You said you're calling from where?
I'm calling from Johannesburg.
No, we separated.
You are separated right now. We just lost her there. Okay, let me try her again. So the thing, now you can hear it from her. They are separated. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. She doesn't, you can see, not answered. So she stopped my call. So she doesn't want to speak to me anymore. Because obviously maybe she felt, look, I don't have any business with him. So
Yeah.
So she has confirmed that they are separated. So he's not
Yeah.
with her. But I'm actually
Yeah.
trying to, I'm just trying to make, I'm trying to call, I don't know what's up with my phone. Just trying to call himself, just before we bring this interview to a close. Let's see. But before then, tell me about what you hope to do going forward now with your life.
Yeah. Now, I started some small business with one of our schools. Our church have some schools, so I started preparing some bleach for the schools. And then just as I started, the COVID-19 came and then lockdown and all schools shut down. So I was not doing anything. Now that the school have started again, I wanted to start preparing what I was doing before, and then I have registered the enterprise, and I wanted to come out and then do it in a large quantity and then go out there to sell. But then I also need a capital to do that, to start that business, because I need machines to mix the product. So that is what I have started, because I've been sewing for the past 40 years and it's now affecting my eyes. And then I want to move to another business. So for now, this is what I have started doing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me try to call him again. Okay. Let's see. Hello. Hello, Bro Lawrence. Good evening, bro. Lawrence.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Good. My name is Solomon. Is that bro Lawrence?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Solomon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling you from Johannesburg.
Okay.
Yes, I was called into an issue, and I'm just trying to mediate with your wife in Ghana. Yes. Your wife in Ghana reached out to me. I'm a journalist, so she reached out to me and told me about the issue of your marriage and how you left her for another woman, which I called a woman, but the woman said you're not married to her anymore, that you're separated. That is Dora. So I wanted to know your side of the story because there are allegations of bigamy. There are allegations of fraudulent divorce papers. And also as a Christian myself, you know, a wife with 5 kids that you left her with. I wonder how you are helping, and what's the position of your marriage now, because you're still not divorced from her story. But I mean, I don't know what your story is.
Look, you see, I don't know you, but I don't know, but we have nothing to do. I don't have a wife in Ghana. She's no more my wife.
Are you divorced, sir?
Yeah, we are divorced.
And you have legal papers that you are divorced? Because she showed me legal papers, even from the council of the church that you used to be a member of. They say you're not divorced yet.
The church.
Sorry?
The church said so.
Yes, when the last time you visited Ghana, the church that you sat down with the council and the leaders.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we divorced. The church said, the church wanted to know. The church asked us to go for legal papers to show that we are divorced, because the church tried to mediate and reconcile, and she before the council, she said she has nothing to do with me. So the church council said, okay, if she has nothing to do with me, then we can go to court, because the church council cannot do anything.
But when did when did you get divorced then?
When?
Yes.
In Ghana, the legal people said that we are divorced.
In January?
Yes, somewhere there.
Last year or this year?
Last year.
Okay.
Last year. Before last year, you know.
So you got married to Dora before you got divorced?
What I did was, she said she has nothing to do with me anymore. I told the church, I wrote and told the church, I told my family, I called the uncle also called me, and she said she has nothing to do with me.
But you were not divorced. She said she had nothing to do with you, but you were not divorced, right? I just wanted to know if you were legally divorced before you married Dora.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, but you told me you only got divorced last year.
And I am, when the woman says she doesn't love you anymore, then she said you can go ahead. I said fine. Because whether it is bigger people or what, I showed the papers to the WhatsApp chat we had, that she said she doesn't love me anymore. I should go ahead and marry.
Though that's not her story. She's saying she loves you. You are the one leaving her. But you know there are procedures that the papers need to be done.
Let me explain this to you.
Okay.
She said she doesn't love me anymore. I called the church and I told the church. And then I told my family too. I asked her, I begged her, I did what I could. I have all the documents, the WhatsApp printout. So when she saw that I am married here. Then she started saying that we are not divorced. I should come and pay her some money and all those kind of things because I'm married here. But meanwhile, I asked her, look, if you want to come to South Africa, there is a way. I want you to come over to me. She refused. All these things are written in black and white.
Do you mind if that is written in black and white? I would love to see it because she has sent me her own black and white evidences that I have seen.
Listen, this thing is in the WhatsApp is there.
I would love to see that.
You can, if it's not the fraudulent thing, you can go to the WhatsApp. You can go to the network providers. We can print this thing out.
No, I thought, yeah, I thought you have it. You know, you don't have it right now in your phone.
I have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you can forward it to me, even though that is what she said is contradicting what you are saying. So you are giving us totally another different story. But the most important thing, Brother Lawrence, is you are a pastor. You are an ordained pastor. Is it right for you to not be divorced with your wife on paper? Your wife just says she doesn't love you anymore, and then you go to another woman and marry another woman. Is it morally right? Is it biblically right? Is it even customary? You guys had a customary marriage. Is it even customary right?
Yeah. Look, no, anybody can take it up and do whatever she wants. What Julie wants is that she thinks I have money. So once I'm married, the woman has money, and then she can bend my hand and get money out of me. So she has.
But she bought a ticket. She bought a ticket for you to go to Ghana.
She didn't buy tickets.
But you paid her. There's a proof of you paying part of the money that she owed you, that you owed her from the ticket.
She didn't. I asked my son to buy the ticket. Now she is claiming that she bought the ticket. I didn't want to go to Ghana. She was forcing I should come to Ghana. And I asked my son, okay, if my son can buy the ticket. She said, yeah, my son can buy it. You see, when I was here, when I came first, I was working. She said she owes money. I was giving her all my salary. I was paying. Then when my contract got finished, then she started doing this police thing. I don't love you.
But she said she was sending you money. But the most important thing is you told your son, you know, to buy you a ticket. The question is, have you been supporting your kids? 5 kids. I mean, for some of your kids to be in university right now, that's a lot of work. I'm asking you. I'm not telling you.
Listen, do you know the ages of my son, my children?
You've been married for 36 years. So obviously you have adult kids. So your kids are they're not teenagers.
They are all about 18 years. They are all about 18 years. They are no more children. Okay.
They're still in school. You still have to take care of them. They're still in school. Some of them are still in school.
Whether they are in school or if I have money, I'll take care of them. If I don't have money, I cannot force myself. I cannot kill myself. I can't do anything.
Obviously,
because
I understand.
I take care of my children. I have taken care of her. I have taken care of my children. I am not that person who, doesn't care about children's welfare. I even do it for others who are not my children. How much more my own children? My children are not complaining because they know their mother and they know me very well. They know that I don't lie. I don't tell lies.
All right, so Lawrence. Lawrence, I'm here with your wife. Your wife is listening to this conversation.
Yeah.
Julie, you've heard what Lawrence has said. What do you say about what he has said? He's contradicting some of the stuff that you have said. He's been taking care of his children. You never bought him a ticket to Ghana, to a one-way ticket from Johannesburg to Accra.
He's a liar. Since he left Ghana to South Africa, he has changed to somebody I don't know how to describe him. You heard him saying that he cannot kill himself when he doesn't have the money. Since he started with this woman, everything about him changed. Since 2016, he has not sent 1 penny for his children. And he has blocked all my likes. He doesn't talk to me. We have to discuss about our children's education. He was here in Ghana 2018 when our last daughter had admission to the university. And he was in Ghana, and I paid the fees. I was paying. I see these children through JHS to SSS. So when the family met with him, they told him they are not going to ask him for me to do any calculations of the children's school fees. So he should get some money to give me, to thank me for taking care of the children. He didn't do anything. And then my son that he said he called my son to buy him the tickets. My son doesn't have money. He was working though. Lawrence took all my son's money. He spent all my son's money. My son borrowed money from the bank. They said they are going to start a poultry farm, and then the poultry farm collapsed. So my son was paying that money. He doesn't have money. It was my money that I used, and I borrowed part of the money to add to what I have to buy the ticket for him. And he knows about it. Why did he give the money to me? Why did he pay part of the money to me? My son is not here. Like, I will call him to testify.
And Lawrence said you are not
to have
divorced.
A proof.
He said you're not divorced.
He said,
you're not divorced.
We are not divorced because he alone went to the court.
He said
he said we are divorced. We are not. We are not. Because he didn't invite any family member. He didn't call anybody. He didn't call me. He went alone to wherever he went to get these documents. We don't know where he went. Nobody knows where he went because he traveled far from Accra to another region to get these papers, and nobody knows where, how. And then when the family gave him the list of items to come and divorce me, these are the list of items the family gave him. Lawrence never went back to the family. He never went back to the family to sit with the family. When the family asked him, this is the document, this is the item they asked him to bring. And he accepted it and took it and promised the family that he is going and he will come back. Lawrence never came back. So how did we divorce? He never divorced me. He stopped taking care of the children. He doesn't care about them.
He said that you are the one that said you do not love him. That you wanted.
It's a lie. He's a liar. He is a liar. You saw the messages that I sent to you. He is a liar, a big liar. He is a liar.
Lawrence, are you still there?
I'm here.
Yes. You know, for me, the most important thing is you've been married before you left for South Africa. You've been married for like over 30 years together. You did ministry together. You know, you raised the kids together. You supported each other. But all of a sudden, you know, it seems like you are a different person. Did you guys used to have a problem in your marriage before you left? Or you just decided she said she does not love you? Why? And you just decided to leave. And you came to South Africa, you got married before getting divorced. For me, that's my conclusion, because you only got divorced last year, according to you, which she's saying your divorce is actually fraudulent because it wasn't done appropriately. And you are a clergy. You are a leader.
Yeah.
And do you think your conduct, like, let's be honest and really before God, do you think your conduct through the process was right? That everything you did the way you handle things before your wife and your children with your marriage to Dora. I just called Dora now, and Dora said, you are separated. Are you still married to Dora?
I am not married to Dora. We are separate. Now.
So you're divorced, you left her already?
Yes, I'm not with Dora. I'm not married to Dora.
Are you staying with Dora?
No, I'm not staying with Dora.
So you guys are separated. You're not in a relationship.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think your conduct through all this, as a man of God, as a clergy, you can stand honestly before God and say you did everything right?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No need to explain it. If you say yes, that's between you and God, because we can drag this on and on and on, and you can defend your side, and Julie can also defend her side. So that's in itself is going to be a problem. But to be honest with you, my advice is there's something not going on right in your life, especially now that I just found out that you and Dora are not together anymore. So we cannot just keep blaming the woman. Maybe there's something wrong with you too. There's something that you're not doing right. You know, you've only been married to Dora a couple of years ago, you know, and there's just something not right. That's my advice to you. I'm not here to tell you, you know, you did this, you must take responsibility. No, I think you are a grown man enough, you are a father enough to be able to see this, and you are somebody who is a clergy. You're somebody who was pastored, who has been in ministry for a long time, to be able to know these things. But since you've done everything right, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Let me tell you, I didn't tell Dora, let's separate. She went because she was no more interested in me. I didn't tell Julie in Ghana that I don't love you anymore. She decided. So when women decided they don't love me anymore and they go away, I don't cry, I don't hang myself, I don't think poison to die. It's all because the man hasn't got money. If I have money, this woman would have stayed with me. I don't have money. When I was having money, it was fine. Usually in Ghana because I was sending money. When the money got finished, then I am a foolish man. You didn't love me anymore.
So you've been married to her for over 30 years, Julie. So all this while there was money. Is that what you're trying to say?
Exactly. Yes.
She was not bringing in money?
Of course she was bringing in money. She was sewing. But I was doing the most part. I was doing the most part. If she was doing the greatest part and she wouldn't be bothered. But I was doing, I was sending money to her once I was here, as I told you from the beginning. You see, I'm having time to talk about these things. But whatever it is, I don't have a wife. She's no more my wife.
Okay.
And we went to church.
Just hold on for me. Hold on for me.
For the benefit of
Hold on for me. Hello, Dora. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I'm good. Sorry. Thanks for getting back to me. Yeah.
I'm speaking to
Solomon. Remember I called you earlier to ask about Lawrence.
I'm not with Lawrence anymore. I have his phone number, but can I ask, is in connection with?
It's in connection with his marriage, his wife in Ghana. She reached out to us. I'm a journalist, and she told us that he left. He's not taking care of the family. So I'm surprised and shocked that he's actually not with you, because I thought he was with you. Why did he leave? Did you leave him?
Did Juliana get through to you?
Yes, Juliana got through to me.
Juliana?
Yes. She said to speak
To the journalist.
to Lawrence, yes, because he isn't taking care of the kids, and they're not divorced yet. Do you know about that? Do you know they're not divorced yet?
They are.
Did you see the papers that he's divorced?
No, because they divorced after I've divorced him.
They divorced after he divorced you. Why did you divorce him?
Yes. Because no, I cannot say that to the journalist.
No, because he is saying that. Listen, he's saying that you said you do not love him, so he had to leave because he didn't have money. So I'm telling you what he told me.
Sorry?
He said you left him because he didn't have money.
I left him because he didn't have money.
Exactly. So I'm telling you what he told me.
No ways. He never had money. I was taking care of him.
But he's saying you told him you don't love him because he didn't have money. And he's saying about the same thing with Juliana also, that Juliana said she doesn't love him because he didn't have money.
Okay, is it Solomon? What exactly you looking for? You looking for Lawrence, or you looking for my marriage story? Are you looking for Lawrence?
Looking for mediation. So we're mediating. Unfortunately,
no,
you come into it because you married him at one point.
No. I don't think I'm a part and parcel of that. I married Lawrence while I didn't know that he's not divorced. After Juliana intervened, I divorced him. He went back home to Ghana to divorce her.
Okay.
So I don't know what Juliana is looking for exactly, because he has Lawrence's phone number.
Because
she knows exactly that
you know why I called you? I called you because I thought maybe you were still with Lawrence. So if I had known that you're not with Lawrence, I wouldn't call you.
No, Juliana knows that I'm not with Lawrence.
How did she know?
She even received him. Because when Lawrence went back to Ghana, I was communicating with Juliana. She even received him at the airport.
But he told her not to come to the airport. You know that, right?
Who told him
Lawrence
not to come to the airport?
Told Juliana not to come to the airport, that his cousin was speaking him. That's what you don't know. So I don't know. So I think there is some information that you do not know. It's not what you think. But, I'm sorry for bringing you in.
Let me tell you what I know.
Yes.
Lawrence left my house on the 13th of June, 2019. He went back to the seminary where he used to work, and he has no money for tickets to go back to Ghana. I contacted Juliana, asked Juliana to send money for Lawrence to come back home, because she demanded Lawrence. I could not, since I married Lawrence, I couldn't get peace. Juliana was on my neck up until I let Lawrence out of my house. Then she sent the ticket for Lawrence to come back to Ghana. She even received him at the airport. She took a photo and a picture and sent it to me and said, "Thank you, I've got him in my hands again." After that, they divorced. I was not part of that. I know that they were going up and down to the court to divorce. They even went to the church to divorce. But I was no more a part and parcel of Lawrence's life. After Lawrence divorced Juliana came back to me again, insulting me all over the media, because Lawrence divorced her.
All over the media.
And when Lawrence came back.
What do you mean all over the media?
Yes, social media.
How is that? What happened?
She was sending, she was posting all over and saying all sorts of insult that he can She knows. Then
No, you have to tell me for me to understand.
Lawrence came back to South Africa, but she was not coming to me. I was not even aware that she's here. I only knew that Lawrence is in South Africa when Juliana sent me a message that I'm a witch. I snatched his husband again. And I was never with him again since she came back to South Africa.
Okay. So Lawrence was not honest with me, telling me that you told him you do not love him because he doesn't have money. That's what Lawrence told me.
Oh, do you know where Lawrence is? Did you talk to Lawrence?
I spoke to Lawrence. After I spoke to you just now.
Okay. You call Lawrence?
Yes.
Then what did he say?
Okay, just hold on. Hello, Lawrence.
Hello?
Hi. Dora is here. You told me that Dora told you she doesn't love you because you don't have money, and so she kicked you out of the house. But she's saying that's not true. She has supported you. She invested in you financially. She helped you. But because you were still married in Ghana, there was no peace for her. Because you were still married to Juliana. But you just told me now that she didn't love you because you didn't have money. And there's nothing you could do, and you're not going to cry. So she's here. So are you going to tell her right now that that's not true or that's true?
Solomon, what you are asking me to do is not necessary.
No. These are two women that you said both women do not love you. They kicked you out.
Listen,
now they are here.
Dora told you, listen to me. Dora told you that she was supporting me.
Dora is listening to you now.
It doesn't matter. You listen to me. I told you, Dora said she is supporting me. That is fine. It is true that she's supporting me because I didn't have money. And it was a burden on her and the son. I am summarizing it and deducing that it is the main thing that I didn't have money. Although Juliana was on her and sending her all sorts of insults and lies and whatever, frustrating her. But I didn't want to say that. I'm talking about myself, that I was not working. And it was a burden on her. So that is it. And it is a man is not working in the family. It is a burden on the woman if the woman is supporting you. And she will be fed up. So that is the fact.
But that's not what you told me. What you told me, you gave me a picture that Juliana kicked you. Dora kicked you out of the house because you didn't have money, and she said she doesn't love you anymore. That's what you told me. You are a clergyman. You are a pastor. So whatever you tell me, that's what I'm going to follow. I'm not going to try to maybe this, maybe that. But hold on, Lawrence. Juliana, do you hear what he said?
Yes,
sorry,
I heard him.
Not Juliana. Dora, do you hear what he said?
Yes.
Is that what happened? You kicked him out of the house. You got tired of him for not helping financially?
No.
Are you the kind of woman that says, no, if the man is not bringing the bacon home, if my husband is not going to bring money home, whatever, even if he's trying his best, I'm going to divorce him. I'll leave him. Are you that kind of woman?
No, that's not true. I kicked Lawrence out of my house because of Juliana was on my neck. She even called my pastor telling me, my pastor that Lawrence is not divorced yet.
Yes,
in Ghana.
And you had a sitting with the pastor. And you had a meeting with the pastor, right? Lawrence was invited.
Yes.
So first thing first, Lawrence married you without getting divorce paper in Ghana. So that's wrong. And when Lawrence married you, after Lawrence divorced, right? The divorce paper that he has right now, Juliana and the side from Ghana, the church said they are fraudulent because he got it from a different region. So you see, there's a lot of discrepancies in the story. I don't know what is true. Just like you, I don't even know what is true.
Okay, I can only know my side. Juliana's side, I don't know. I'm not sure whether it's fraudulent or what. But when I got married to Lawrence, I was under impression that Lawrence is divorced.
And he told you he was divorced, did he?
Yes, up until Juliana came to South Africa with his bishop, accused, and she was looking for me. Then the issue has overlapped to my pastor, my bishop. But I did not marry Lawrence legally. It was only customary marriage.
That's legal. Customary marriage is legal.
Yes. We didn't have a marriage certificate. But I released because of Juliana.
Which is a good thing to do from one woman to another woman. I think that's the right thing to do, Dora. You did the right thing.
Sorry?
From one woman to another woman, you released to Dora. I think you did the right thing, the appropriate thing.
To Juliana.
Yes.
And Dora.
Sorry. You did the right thing, Dora. Dora, you did the right thing by releasing Lawrence to Juliana because they were still married. Before God, they were still married. Before the law, they were still married. So what you did was right. In as much as, it was overwhelming for you because there was pressure. And obviously, some people are like that because they've been married for over 30 years. 30. Yes. 5 kids. 3 boys, 2 girls.
Yes, I know them.
It's not easy for a woman that's been married for 30 years to let go like that. Especially when we claim that we are Christians. We fight for it.
Yes.
We fight for the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally understand you. And I'm not apportioning blame to you. No. I think there's a lot in this story that you do not even know about. Or you didn't know about it.
I didn't know about it.
Yes.
I didn't know about it.
You were trapped in it. You were brought in. A lot of information was not given to you.
And I was communicating with Juliana. When Lawrence went to Ghana, I was talking to Lawrence's wife up until she received him at the airport.
And do you know when she received him?
They started their divorce day. And I never accepted Lawrence back in my life.
When Lawrence went to Ghana, according to Juliana, when Lawrence went to Ghana, Lawrence said Juliana didn't buy the ticket for him. But you were saying Juliana bought the ticket for him.
Yeah.
Lawrence, when Lawrence,
I was communicating with Juliana.
Exactly. So I understand that. When Lawrence got to Ghana, he told her not to come to the airport to pick him up. She had to force her way to the airport. He said his cousin was picking him up. He didn't stay with Juliana and the kids. He went to the cousins. And he told her he was there to get divorced. The church said no. He brought divorce papers. They said, no, this is fraudulent. You have to do that in this. You can't go to another region and bring, the way, you and I don't know the way it works in Ghana. So there's a lot of that. There are different ways the way things work there. And also he was given the demand to go and bring certain things for them to be able to go through the divorce process. There was a list that he was given. And he has to bring somebody from his family, 2 people from his fathers and from mothers. She has to do the same thing and all that kind of tradition, which never happened. So maybe, I don't know if you know about this, but I'm telling you what Juliana told me from her side. This is what happened. So there was never, everything was left hanging. A divorce never happened.
Solomon.
Yes.
Solomon. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, Lawrence.
Now, we went to the church. I was very neutral to the church because I know the church rule. And I left everything in the hands of the church council to decide. The church council asked her, do you want to stay with Lawrence? She said no. So the church gave me the authorization to go to court. So I cannot bypass the church council and go to court. It is the church which said yes. Now the woman says she doesn't want the marriage anymore and we cannot force her. So go to court and get a paper on it. This is what happened. And I went to court because our marriage was customary. We didn't have any white wedding certificate or what.
Yeah, but customary marriage is marriage. Constitutionally in Ghana, customary marriage is also so legit. I mean, according to the Constitution of Ghana.
Yes, customary marriage in Ghana is legal because we registered it.
Yes.
It doesn't forbid me of marrying 10 or whatever. I can marry any that I want, and I can divorce at any time. That is the law. It's the PNDC law 111 in Ghana. So I went and got that certificate to prove that the marriage is normal. Now, she went to the family. The family was demanding something that if I have that money, I can even use it to build a house. Meanwhile, when I married her from the parents, I didn't pay much. But now they are demanding a huge sum of money.
Yeah, but
because I'm in South Africa.
There are 5 kids. No, there are 5 kids to take care of, Lawrence. And when you get divorced, there's a process. Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
The kids are all grown up. Whether they are in school and I don't have money, they can drop out and work because they are above 18 years. Nothing binds me there. Now,
you're a teacher. Is that what you want for your kids?
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Please, I'm saying that if I don't have money, I cannot steal money. And I cannot borrow money because I don't have any collateral to borrow money and look after them. I have done it to a point, and if I don't have money anymore, there is nothing I can do.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Can I come in there?
Yes, please.
Mr. Solomon?
Yes, Juliana.
What does...
Sorry, Dora.
No, I'm not Juliana. Dora. I just want to find out what exactly Juliana is looking for.
She is looking for... Are you there? Hello, Dora.
Aspect. Lawrence is with her. Did you hear me?
Sorry. Yeah, okay. I can hear you now.
I was asking that what is Juliana looking for? Because when Lawrence, I was still married with Lawrence, I was sending the money for the kids. But Juliana said I mustn't send the money. We mustn't for the kids. She was even calling me Lawrence's husband. She demanded Lawrence back. And I've told her that Lawrence is not working. I'm taking care of Lawrence. And Lawrence went back to Ghana while he did not have money. He was not working. So exactly what is Juliana looking for now?
She's looking for mediation for the kids. Now she moved from his parents' home, from his father's home. She got kicked out by his brothers and sisters. Yeah. Now she lives with her own father's home, grandfather's home. Who is late. Now she's being kicked out there, and they have kids, and she has kids, no place to stay. So she's looking for that mediation. If Lawrence doesn't have a job, it's understandable, but she doesn't really know what's going on with Lawrence. Doesn't know, communicate with him, because obviously, according to her, he blocked her in a whole lot of areas. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I think Juliana knows very well. I've been telling Juliana that Lawrence is not working. I was the one. You can even confirm with her elder daughter, which is I forgot the name. I was sending money to her. I her that Lawrence, it's not working. When I was, the children need a computer or cell phone or anything, I was the one who was sending the money because Lawrence had no job in South Africa. And now I'm not defending Lawrence. I'm not with Lawrence anymore.
I understand
released
you.
him
Yes.
because I was tired of Juliana's stories. Lawrence was back to Ghana. Lawrence did not work. And when Lawrence come back, I don't know who bought the ticket for Lawrence to come back to South Africa. But she came back to my life again, insulting me, telling me that I snatched his husband again. Now, I think it's more than a year I'm not with Lawrence anymore. But I still receive calls from Juliana and some people, strangers. Is that fair with me?
Maybe she thought you're still with Lawrence.
I've told her.
Maybe she didn't believe you. Maybe she didn't believe you because there's, and I'm not blaming you, Dora, in any way. In any way, I think you got mixed into a situation that actually complicated your life. There's a whole lot that's going on that you had no idea. So I'm really sorry that you did that. And the fact that you told me that you didn't know that he wasn't divorced before you married him, I'll give you a benefit of that because you and I as Christians know that in itself, getting married to somebody who's not divorced is not right and appropriate. And I think you have done your best to also support him. But my problem is Lawrence, especially talking to him now, Lawrence not taking responsibility at all. Because Lawrence, to be honest, you haven't taken responsibility for anything. And I think if we continue this way, we're just going to go on and on and on and on for the rest of the night. We're not going to be able to mediate. Each and every one of us is an adult. Juliana is an adult. You are an adult. Dora. Lawrence is an adult. I was asking Lawrence and even telling Lawrence, how come you got married to Dora and you didn't stay long? Are you supposed to tell me that something is wrong with Dora? Or is it something wrong with you? I mean, you were married to Julie before you met, before Dora. So you have to examine yourself and realize that maybe something is wrong with you, yourself. And especially when you are, an adult and also a clergy, a pastor, when you're a man of God, there needs to be certain standards that you put. So we cannot, for me, what I want to say here is everybody needs to take responsibility. Really sit down again and examine, what did I do wrong? What did I do right? If I didn't do anything wrong, if you feel you didn't do anything wrong, it's fine. Between you and God, you move on. But we're having this conversation just so we
Juliana also must take responsibility.
Yes. I'm talking to everybody here now. I'm talking to everybody. Yes. I'm talking to everybody in this. Everybody, because listening to every part of this, everybody has a responsibility here that we need to take charge. Everybody. That we need to take responsibility for. But if we go on with this, we can go on all night with no really. My intention was to say, look, hey, how do we move forward? I mean, which doesn't really involve you a lot, Dora. Dora, we just have to bring you in here. It doesn't really involve you much, to be honest. This is between Lawrence and his family back in Ghana. He's back here now. He's in KZN. What is he doing? Is he going to be able to support his family? Because she is struggling financially right now. That's the main thing, But I want to thank you guys for just talking.
I'm not part of this. Can you please, if Juliana is listening, can you please tell Juliana to leave me alone?
She's listening, and I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her alone.
Very well.
I'm going to tell her that Lawrence is not with you. The impression that she gave me, Lawrence is with you. So maybe she thought Lawrence is not. Even if you tell her, she's probably not going to believe you, because remember, there's a lot of stuff that she was told that she believed, and then later on was not true. So it's difficult for her also. And maybe as a woman, she has spoken to you the wrong way, and she has said things that she shouldn't have said. Obviously, she needs to take responsibility for that. I know she must have probably said that from a place of pain, but she needs to take responsibility for that, So Juliana, let me get Juliana. I'm trying to get Juliana.
Yeah, I'm here.
Lawrence is not with Dora. So please, if you are communicating with Dora, please, can you please, stop communicating with her? Stop sending her messages. She's
I've
not even
stopped.
sure where he is right now, because she said you've been communicating with her. And if you have sent her any messages that you know was not appropriate and said things to her that was not appropriate, please ask for her forgiveness. Just so we can, this is between you and Lawrence. She's out of the picture now. She's not attached to this story in any way anymore. And I feel she was
Yeah.
also ignorant of a lot of things that was going on before she went into relationship with Lawrence, and even when she married Lawrence.
Yeah. All right. I heard you.
Yeah. All right.
I heard
She's
you. Yeah.
she's heard me. Can you hear her, Dora?
Yes, I can hear her.
I've stopped talking to her for a very long time.
Okay.
I've stopped talking to her.
Let it be that way. Let it be that way.
Yeah. When Lawrence went back, I just sent her a message that you said you left this man. Why have you invited this man back to South Africa? Which I don't understand. So now I've heard from her that he has separated from Lawrence.
Okay.
If I asked her that question, it's over a year
fine.
now.
So can you just apologize?
I've stopped.
Can you just say sorry for things? Maybe you've said words to her that were not appropriate. Can you just tell her sorry?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
All right. All right, Dora.
Apology accepted.
Thank you, Dora. Really appreciate your time.
Please, I don't want to be between Lawrence and Juliana's life anymore.
Okay.
When they fight, let them fight far away from me.
Okay.
I'm not Lawrence's wife anymore. Please, Juliana, do you understand that?
Yes, she does. She does. She understands. Yeah.
Please. If there's any problem or anything about Lawrence, I'm not part of it.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry for bringing you into the mix. All right. Lawrence and Juliana, I think your conversation needs to continue. If you guys have not been talking for some time, you need to talk, because you have kids involved. Even if you don't love each other, you have kids. And that's what we should be talking about now. That's the only thing. Yeah. Even if you're divorced or not divorced, you have kids.
Yeah.
Yes, Lawrence. Sorry?
I communicate with my kids. I can say almost every day I communicate with them, all of them. I try to direct them what to do. So I don't know exactly what she wants from me. I just don't know.
We cannot hear you very well. Your line is bad now. Your line is bad. His line is bad. Maybe he will try to call again or something. But Juliana, there's a lot that has happened. And I know sometimes maybe because you've been married to Lawrence for over here we go. We lost her. Anyway, guys, it's I don't know what to say. You guys draw your conclusions there, but there are kids involved. There are young kids involved, and I think, you know, again, if you can help, but there's a lot that I feel Lawrence should take responsibility for, but he isn't ready to take responsibility for. I've been going on for like 2 hours, guys. So I think we need to bring this to a close. But thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you. God bless you. And let's keep doing what is right in all that we do, in our marriages, in our relationships, in our jobs, our businesses. Let's keep doing what is right. That's what God wants from us. Nothing more, nothing less. And we cannot, there are no excuses, you know, to that. There are no excuses. So thank you so much, guys. God bless you and have a wonderful evening.